Hello, people, and welcome to watch the final final quarterfinal of the Portuguese CCL qualifier of 2025. Now, as said, this is the final one, so we already have three semi-finalists who are João Margarida, Ricardo Araujo, as well as Pedro Antunes, who just received the third semi-final spot today earlier on. And now we'll be having a look-see at the final quarterfinals match between Guilherme Neves versus Afonso Cavaco. Afonso is a very strong master who has who has been relatively close to reaching even the 800th mark, even the 800 ELO rating. But as far as I know, his peak, at least on this account, is 776. Um, Although I am not sure of his peak rating with his earlier account. It might be even higher than that, but do not quote me on this. Glovir, on the other hand, I think is somewhere in the 600 park, though I believe that is not his peak rating, which we can actually check maybe. If we go over here, we take Portugal, and so Glovir has reached um, a bit over 700 rating in 2025, and I believe that is his all-time peak. Even though the site does actually say otherwise, it says that that Guilherme has reached his all-time peak in 2024, but actually I actually took a look at his record of games from that day, and I saw that his record on that day was like 701. So either the statistics are lying or I am just not seeing the correct statistics. But anyway, the point is that Guilherme is also a master of his a master of his own, but a master um, on the ELO rating level as as well. Not as of right now, but has been. But it's gonna be a really high level matchup, and it's gonna be a bit of a sad thing to lose one of these two very strong players. And Pedro is gonna be for sure getting a very high level opponent for the semi-finals no matter what. Now these are of course best of three matches, as you can see throughout the whole playoffs, all best of three. So we are looking to be here somewhere in about from about one somewhere between like 60 to 90 minutes, I would assume. Given that I don't believe that neither one of these players are like super fast, which is good. The stakes are, of course, as the title of the competition says, a CCL qualifier. So the winner of this qualifier will get the main stage spot, and to the best of my knowledge, the second and third place will be getting a qualifier 1 seat for themselves. Four points for Guilherme. has not been the starting player, but has managed to get the first points on the scoreboard. An indirect defense, well, actually not just an indirect, but just a direct defense of his city from Afonso. If he's feeling like very extravagant, he could have actually even meepled that road, but like not meepling it is also just fine, given that there are still like a lot of tiles to go into the square, and despite Guilherme taking the road for himself, we are still going to be benefiting more from closing the city than Guilherme is going to be benefiting for the added road points. Second of the three city crossroads goes to Glovir, and now only one remaining, so all of a sudden actually this square is looking kinda blockable. And it's also looking like we are going to be seeing a big ass field in this game, which we do certainly enjoy watching. Not so much for playing a big field myself, even though it can be fun. But it's really only fun if you are in a commanding meeple advantage, and if you're not, then the uh, the excitement and the tension of being always equal or trying to get a one up on the field is is like at both times it's like annoying, it's difficult to do, and it's nerve wracking all at the same time. 2 points for Glovir, and Afonso simply continues his 2-point road, making sure that he's gonna be having easier time of getting that road meeple back. And Glovir, yeah, this is in my eyes the best that he can do, starting a new city. Also with a double shielded city tiles is pretty good. Meanwhile, Afonso is simply focusing on growing the field, and probably gonna be dropping another farmer as well, as he does. The field is already at 9 points, gonna be most likely at 12 points, 15 points. Who knows how big this field will be, but with 2 meeples invested on it, make no mistake, Afonso will be trying to increase the size of the field to more than 15 points. Because usually 9 points per meeple is gonna be the magic barrier, let's say, of being able to justify your field meeples, especially early field meeples. Okay, a bit of a think for Glovir. I mean, he has basically, I guess, 2 options, either to go just here at one point in the monastery and kind of take away some green squares from the field, or go here, start a 3-point road. But this doesn't seem as pleasant because of the rather and like rather annoying possibility of Afonso adding a triple city over here, tying both of these cities together and limiting them both into a starting tile. And a starting tile is exactly what Guilherme draws. Will be taking back his meeple from the city, and now no longer needs to have any additional extra thoughts on whether he will be having 2 meeples stuck in this city or not, because he will not be having those. What he will be having is a monastery stacking, and a monastery stacking which he is not going to be able to defend, rather. So what do you do then? With 4 meeples, I would assume that he's going to be starting a new city somewhere, and yeah, this is certainly a good spot to do so. Not leaving an empty city cap lying there for his opponent. Not that it would really make all that much harm, because oh wow, this is. I mean, it's a. Oh come on. I mean, yeah, I guess this is also like decent because it does cover up your city, but I mean, Afonso could have so easily. Sorry, Guilherme could have so easily responded to a block with a block, just going over here. Although, yeah, I mean, it's like I mean, this action is defendable because blocking the city doesn't really like give you all that much because like this city is gonna be there for so long. Like it's gonna take so much work for Afonso to make anything out of it, especially when he already has two city caps elsewhere to fill and to finish. So that this guy right here will never be getting like city caps before these cities are completed. And the block does come anyway, though. So now it is guaranteed that this city will stay as a ruin. Again, not that it had like great survival odds anyway, because of this like because of it being open in three directions and only being 2 points in the first place. Now there could be actually a idea to go over here as Afonso trying to block also this monastery into the one remaining starting tile, even though he has this city open, and he needs the city caps elsewhere as well. But if you don't go here, then there is a threat that Guilherme just takes like a curve, then starts stacking even more monasteries over here, which is not something that Afonso wants to see, and the straight road is exactly what is gonna go down over here, and which is gonna be laying down this the third monastery spot already for Glovir, and something that Afonso is definitely gonna be considering to block even with this curve, but yeah, I like this move as well. Reduces the city completion chances to a to a certain sequence, to the final remaining starting tile, and to a road to Dorito, or to a starting tile horse and like a vanilla over here, which would be like less than a 25% chance of completing with the triple city. But this is certainly a good defense from Afonso, keeping his chances alive. And now there's only one blocking tile for Afonso, getting the final remaining triple city, going over here, adding 2 points to Guilherme and blocking the city for good, which I am sure that he will be doing if the starting tile has not been drawn before the triple city shows itself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the field is 15 points. Sorry, 8? No, 15 points. Yeah, 15 points. So it's not quite yet justified for two meeples. Well, in this instance, I would say, because it's 7.5 points per meeple, but there are enough green squares to continue the field even further, so that it doesn't really matter. It's going to be justified very likely later on. And I absolutely knew that I was forgetting stuff. Somehow I managed to forget the extension every single time these days. Gotta be like some sort of inverted muscle memory, because I'm not doing that all that often. 6-point field for Glovir, and yeah, he also has the small chance, well, uh, somewhere in the ballpark of 50%, slightly less, of being able to finish this city with the starting tile and now getting also 2 additional cities to his field, making it a 12-point field, also getting another 9-point field in the process then on the other side, which Guilherme is more likely to take because he has the long-term meeple advantage. Afonso now gonna be trying to make the 6th city onto his field and make the magical 9 points per meeple barrier to become reality. Another meeple goes back to the hand of Guilherme with a 4-1 meeple advantage in his hand. But let's keep in mind that these monasteries are still very much alive. Both 22 tiles remaining. Yeah, I mean 4 tiles to be used to get back 2 meeples with 22 tiles remaining is not the best, but when they can be potentially gotten back with extra points, with like a crossroad here, and then as a curve here with like +6 extra points, it's not bad at all. I imagine the 4 points will be received by Afonso, also getting the final remaining starting tile and making sure that this city will not be finished. And actually, look at this move by Glovir. Whoa! I don't really like this at all, actually. Don't really like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, yeah, I can't say I like this. Like, just take the 4 points, man, and you still have 3, I think, 4, 5, 6. Actually, only one straight road to go here. But still, it is like 1 tile to get your meeple back, and it is 4 points. Well, actually 5 points without having to risk your meeple, right? Whereas now you are risking your meeple. But as we see, apparently the idea of Afonso was to make this move with another city cap and to make like a 4 or a 5-point road in the process. Now it did actually carry a potential penalty, if you will, um, of getting the monastery blocked into a non-existent starting tile with the triple city that Guilherme managed to draw. Meepled a road and took 2 points to the city. Of course, it does block the city permanently, but it was already blocked because no starting tiles exist in the deck anymore. Could have actually also blocked this meeple right here to oblivion, whereas now, how many tiles does it actually have to complete itself? There are no city crossroads. There is one dagger, and probably road Doritos. 3 road Doritos still in the deck, so 4 tiles to go here, plus possibly getting the 6-point road as well. Like if Afonso gets the dagger, he will for sure meeple the 6-point road with only 12 tiles remaining in the deck. That is, I would say, like 99.9% certainty. But with a Dorito, um, I mean, he might actually still do that. Oh, this is actually nice potential for Afonso. Just go over here, make this a ruin. Like, you get use from a shielded tile, and you will still have 3 outs for yourself to grow, to get points, actually to make then a 10-point move in one move with the 3 remaining road Doritos. I mean, he is slightly behind on the scoreboard, but this ruin should definitely come in handy. And it might actually force, and I would say it would force Guilherme to go over here or over here and take the road for to himself, given the 3 remaining outs then. For what is this? That that seems terrible. Like, I'm not even gonna try to sugarcoat it. That just seems terrible. Because this other daggers. There is one dagger also to this direction. So what one dagger? Oh yeah, of course, it's because it needs exactly the same tiles as this one. So one dagger and 3 Rotoritos. But like a Rotorito here for Guilherme, it's just fine. Like, it adds 2 points to the road, adds 1 point to the city, gets some people back to Guilherme, and like, life's good. Like, yeah, I guess there's an off chance then for Afonso to finish like a Harambe's shaped city right here with 4 Doritos, but like, then he's going to be using like half of his remaining turns to make that happen. And for Glovir, it might not even be that bad. This though is extra. Uh, like this, yeah. Actually, I would say that this is actually bad. I'd say that this is really bad because the point of this move is to try and seemingly make this road a little more tempting to take than for Afonso, but also to try and protect this square a little bit. But in reality, it does not block this. It doesn't block or save the square at all. Well, it doesn't save the square at all because the tiles that this block would be made are exactly the tiles that still go here. They are still the road Doritos and the dagger. The exact same tiles are still blocking the square, and now Glovir had the chance also, if he had like a random road tile in hand, to go here, pre-take the road, and then Afonso wouldn't have the possibility to then take the road from the other end. And that opportunity is like still exists for Glovir, but he goes for the field. Okay. For a 6-point field, maybe into a 9-pointer. I assume there is a curve remaining. Since Glovio goes for the field, I mean, there must be. Um, I mean, the road is eventually gotten by Afonso, and but he is still behind by 5 points. And actually, for Glovir, this is actually good because of the plentiful number of road Doritos that there were remaining in the deck, 3 to be exact still, that go over here, that all go over here and give a meeple back. And there is still the dagger remaining, which also gives the meeple back to Guilherme. Which is, yeah, I really don't get the idea behind this Dorito right here for Glovia. Like, he could have just gone here and have the same points that he now has, plus 1 extra, but have an extra meeple in hand also. Like, this does actively nothing. It just does nothing. Like, it takes away like this tile from Guilherme from finishing his road, but like that's it. Also, huh? Bro, bro. Bro, Kilherma, you do not have meeples. You only had one turn to go. What are you... Actively what? Like, like actively. What the fuck? That this makes absolutely no sense. Like, you can recover a meeple, and um, because Afonso had two turns but absolutely no tiles to actually finish the city, it's just a 0 point move, but you get a meeple back, as opposed to 2 point move, but you get a meeple, but you don't get a meeple back. And now Guilherme actually got the best tile in the deck for him, which was the shielded, well, the second shielded road Dorito to get another 2 points. So actually, he didn't even lose points. He didn't even lose out on points at the end. But if he would have gotten a tile like this or this, he would actually lose points because he would not be able to get like this road or do something else. I don't know even what. Um, yeah, probably just actually just not be able to take this road. And it would probably also force, like, if you go here, get a meeple back, it would probably force Afonso to use his meeple on the penultimate turn, not being able to take these 2 extra points, but he would have to like go here immediately, something like this, right? Yeah, yeah. This seems like absolutely wrong type of end game play here. But well, actually, if I think about it a little longer, yeah, there actually might be a universe where I mean he, I mean like he's never losing more than like 1 or 2 points, right? And he seemingly well he wins by 2 points, so like every point definitely counts here. And I mean Glovir must have just realized that if he gets, well, actually anything, he's going to be able to take an additional point here or additional 2 points and just win. No, wait though. Oh no, yes. Because even if Afonso gets the shielded Dorito, goes like over here for plus 1 point compared to this, and then Glovir gets 1 point with either this or this, then it's just a draw, but Glovia still wins because of being the second, because of being not the starting player. So, I mean, like, it's still enough to win, but it still feels wrong, though. But 0 points, yeah, it's interesting. Like, I feel like this could make a good puzzle moment here. Like, what is actually the absolutely best move here? Because like I like these seem so wrong intuitively to me, but win percentage wise, they actually might be even better than taking back a meeple. Maybe. Well, anyway, that's a point to a Glovir. Goes into 1-0 lead. And we shall hop into the second game of the match, which is already well on its way. And it's also looking really adventurous. Glovir is getting blocked, and it's not looking good. Not looking good at all. Getting blocked over here. Only one divider remaining to get out with this meeple. which would be the most ideal scenario for Guilherme for sure. He has an open road from two ends, another road, broken city, 1 point city, and he has a meeple disadvantage. Well, if he manages to block this, which for now seems pretty good, though he doesn't get a good tile to do so. But the block will actually not go down yet because he does get another great tile. Gets the dagger, which is the second of the three that could go here, and he gets the divider. Oh my lordy, lordy, lord! What a sequence of tiles! Holy! Oh my lord, what a sequence of tiles for Glovir, and absolutely fantastic recovery from the position that was looking so bad from the get-go. Now he's gonna be go over. Now he's gonna be able to go over here, block this guy. He was also considering doing stuff like this, just uniting the cities together so that Afonso would not have the option to go here with a city cap, and then with a triple city overrun the city. Uh, Glovir does have like a new issue though, like this square of being restricted into a starting tile and clamping down on both of these two meeples, both the road and the city slash ruin. But his situation for now is looking far better than it was looking like just moments ago. Could be going over here, I guess, or actually maybe here even. Although maybe Guilherme, maybe it's best for yellow to just save this spot and try to just get the city cap yourself and attack it. Because there are still, 4 triple cities remaining. He has 2 meeples, and he is down on the scoreboard. And he's down against 3 monasteries, which are all able to be recovered with the, well, with maybe some assistance even from Glovir, although I kind of doubt it. But maybe a straight road is something that Glovir is gonna be putting here himself to be able to get a couple extra points for the road at some point. Afonso getting the second out of the, well, getting the first out of the remaining 2 starting tiles. Let's see what he comes up. Now, honestly, like sometimes I'm not even like worried about going over here, like getting a winning mini battle with 2 monasteries against a 1 point city is something that I actually usually do like to do with my own meeples, if I have the monasteries. Um, because you can think of it as a as a plus 15 winning mini battle. But that isn't actually even the case here, because this monastery is tied also to this road, which is gonna be, which is looking something like it isn't, like it's not ever going to get recovered. So the monastery is already kind of in a mini battle with this road. So how about we just make this a mini battle of 1 monastery versus 1 point meeple, and there's only 1 dagger to fit into this square. But it is not what Afonso decides to do. He just adds 2 points to his monasteries with additional 2 points with the crossroad. Also, kinda cuts down this road of not being able to get, in the best case, 4 additional points all the way from the left. But now 2 points will do just as well for Glovir, especially when they are going to be coming as a consequence rather than a benefit from Afonso. Yeah, from Afonso placing the tiles over here. And Afonso is gonna be the player who gives up on the shared city, makes a net -1 point move, and unifies the cities together in order to get one meeple back and to ensure that Glovir never goes for the attempt of robbing the city all for himself. And now we also see why Afonso did not fancy going over here and getting this guy stuck into 1 point. And the reason is that he was eyeing on getting the triple cities and giving a rather invaluable tile to his opponent and getting 2 monastery points and the meeple back from the monastery now for himself. Wonderful move by Afonso here as a continuation. Now, because here is relying on the fact that there's only one starting tile remaining, which fits into this square for Guilherme. So now another another spot now that needs the same starting tile is created, but only the one which really Afonso is gonna be taking advantage of. Because even though it's 8 points, in some scenarios I still think Glovir is gonna go here because it will allow a potential meeple back for him and maybe even the completion of this large-ish city. But only, I mean, the completion of this city is really like not all that likely, but it can happen. Hello there, Goldnick. Welcome to the chat. Triangle for a Glovir. Going for the classic city formation here with a triple city, 3 Doritos and a city cap. Also a shielded one, so an extra bit of points there. How many triangles are there remaining exactly? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 triangles. And some triple cities as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, 1 triple city remaining, so 4 tiles, which is nice. Still like 1/7 of the deck is equals tiles that will be able to finish the city. And why don't we hit the 3 in 26 chance immediately? Finish the city, get up on the scoreboard, and do some magic. Still -4 points at the moment, but, well, -2 now, but we have 2 extra meeples. I'm not sure which player I'm actually thinking is in a better position. Well, after this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 would be going to 7, the 2 and a meeple back. Yeah, after this move, I certainly have to favor Glovir here, I think. Despite this stuff right here, which in all likelihood is actually going to get blocked, because at this stage with 20 tiles remaining and Glovir sitting with 3 meeples in his hand, he will not be needing this road back at any point. He will just be going here, taking the 8 points and living a good life. Afonso investing his final meeple to the monastery, trying to block the city eventually. And he does have some cities to, well, some features to recover a meeple from, mainly from this city over here, but also from the road. And the blocking of the city is unsuccessful. Glovir finishes and even starts another city. We do have a meeple getting back into the hand of Afonso, but at what cost? The cost is that he is, well, actually, at the moment, +6 still on the scoreboard. Well, on the board, let's say, overall, with Guilherme now trying to attack this 9-point field, and he could do it with this tile, although it's a city cap. He could very well have some other uses for it, like maybe even going over here and to deny a second farmer from Afonso. But instead he just takes the meeple back from the city, takes a meeple back into his hand, and is now looking to clamp down on these couple of 6-point fields over here. With, well, presumably with this tile, going over here, then having a chance to get a straight road and expand the field, maybe grab a 4-point road in the process. All looks well and good. And these continuous city caps are just absolute poison for Afonso's perspective. Afonso now falling behind in points, takes 2 quick points, leaves again a starting tile hole. Still, that one starting tile is remaining, and this hole is going to be making things actually, well, not even that bad for Glovir, actually, even maybe increasing the win percentage of Glovir even so. Because the city would be on his field, and then there would be also a secondary field. Actually, what I think would have been a better move for Afonso was maybe just to go over here, even take that 1 extra point and have the city cap either pointed down or maybe even to the top and be like more open, because with 1 meeple in hand, Afonso is the one that needs more open features, more easily scored points, and more variety would be better to have for Afonso. And Afonso doesn't actually have like anything, like he has no threats, like absolutely none. No threats here, no threats here, no threats here really. Well, actually not even really, just no threats. Just 1-point moves over here. Like, Afonso is gonna end up using this meeple to attack this field right here. And upon success, it would be 12 points. Then he's gonna try to get a meeple back from either here or from here. Well, actually, presumably from here, because he doesn't even have much extra tiles to go. And I really like with yeah, I really don't see Afonso winning this, because when Afonso attacks, then Glovir is just gonna take a 6-point field right here, and some other random features with his second meeple, which are gonna be netting like 10 points minimum. And that's just not something that I think Afonso can really gather, because he's gonna be +6 when he connects to the field, but where do those other points come from? And the starting tile is also there. Like, something that Afonso needs to take or needs to get is the starting tile and score points from here. And now even that isn't really possible. And even I mean, it's a good attempt. It's a good attempt actually. So Afonso is trying his everything to make to make room for extra points to score quick points. So he creates a 5-point road, but unfortunately Kilherme is snatching all those quick point possibilities away from Afonso, and just really drying that land of opportunities, and making the life seem like a living nightmare for Afonso, because there is just nothing that he can do. Like Glovir is gonna go over here. He's gonna take what? What? This is Yellow's move again. Glovir with the end game bullshit. Like again. Like uh, we saw this just in the previous game. Like towards the end game, on the final ties, Glovir just does some absolutely ridiculous stuff that is not that is like never worth going for. Like he's doing stuff that does not process in my head as a good move, even if Gordon fucking Ramsay would say would give me the idiot sandwich treatment. Like it's still not a good move. You have 5 points here as opposed to 3, and you lose nothing. You actually only gain stuff when you go here and unite the fields. Well, actually, you do lose stuff because okay. Uh, let's rewind just a bit, um, because this move isn't actually a 5-point move. It's a 2-point move. Um, but at least intuitively, it does open up a chance for Glovir to go then on his next moves over here, drop a farmer if he so wants to, and unify himself to the 12-point field then. And also look at this way, given that there was even more uh, even more crossroads remaining in the deck, it makes it even more important that he does take these 5 points, because otherwise Afonso just gets this, takes the 5 points in the worst case scenario, unifies the fields for +3 extra points, and then Glovir still is gonna get the urge to get a second meeple to the field, which he is now not gonna be able to do, and also not like doesn't have to, but like he even goes here for 4 points and gets like a small restriction going on for the field unification, but there was still a tile to unify everything here for for 5 points with a curve, and +3 for 9 points, and then even get this for 4 points. Like, ay, ay, ay. Unite fields loses 3 points, but the issue is that red can now take 5 points instead of 3 while still connected to the fields. Yeah, exactly. So I really do not understand Afonso's, sorry, Glovir's um, mental mind here, because like Glovir was ahead by a lot. So the only thing that Glovir has to do is to take away the possibilities from Afonso to score as many points as he can possibly ever score. So what Glovir needs to do is he needs to think of what are the highest scoring tiles that Afonso can have, and the answer is a city crossroad, which gets 5 points, gets 3 extras, but it does also make the field attackable, right? And because Afonso is the one who needs to take the risk of making the field attackable, then it doesn't matter that you momentarily give give out these 3 points, because then Afonso might have to like actually just see the trouble of blocking the possible connection here, and just yeah just generally worry about yellow attacking to the field and use tiles here, as opposed to attacking the 12-point field, which was going to be the priority, but which just didn't, which just like never happened, because Afonso did not get the tiles to make the correct sequence to gain access to the field. Well, hello there, Guilherme. Um, I no one said anything about you. No one definitely uh, compared you to Gordon Ramsay and Idiot Sandwich. And I only said good things about you. Do not watch back this stream. I be your friend. I am your friend. Yeah, really weird stuff. Really weird stuff, but it does get the job done. Guilherme wins a 2-0 against Afonso, and is now the fourth semi-finalist in the qualifier. Yeah, you're gonna have to rewind to get the context. But if you don't, then oh, I will not help you. You will have to find out the context yourself. Oddly is the least that I would say yes. The end game plays were well peculiar, to put it nicely. They were peculiar. Commiserations to Afonso, but as said, also in the previous quarterfinal, getting to the quarterfinals in the first place is no shame in one of the biggest communities out there. Oh my, not peculiar. You were trying to make magic, huh? I mean, you kind of did, right? You did make like the best outcome, which is you winning, right? So that's kind of magic. That is classified as magic. Winning is always nice. It's even nicer than feeling magic. Well, maybe not. Um, Feeling magic is fun, really fun. So we're gonna be seeing the the semifinals happening tomorrow and on the 13th. I guess. I think the match between Pedro and Guilherme will happen on the 13th, unless they want to, do a really fast scheduling for for today for me, for tomorrow for you, for the Western Europeans. But it's gonna be a great match for sure. I can't promise that I will be able to stream that, because my streaming schedule is gonna be quite dependent on evening matches, and even if a match would be scheduled for the evening, I might be too tired. Who knows? Yeah, congrats for Kilherve for the win today. And before we wrap it up, let's see what the the site has to offer for future matches in general for your general uh, viewing fun via streams or via just your own browsers. So yeah, for on November 12th, so tomorrow for most of y'all, the first semi-final between Joe Margarito and Ricardo Araujo, and then actually no other matches have been scheduled for. And now we are also running very at the very end lines of the national championships, which is good because then when the nationals end, then the other fun stuff begins, which is the actual CCL qualifiers, which we could take a look at very quickly here. It's gonna be happening on 17th. Wait, what's gonna be happening on 17th? Qualifications for dash which draw details. Q1 November 22nd, Q2 November 22nd is the draws. Q3 draw is 15th and 16th. And does the Q3 start on 17th? Maybe. Deadlines, registration, Q3. Here we go. So yeah, Q3 starts on the 17th. So that's on Monday. Yeah, on Monday next week. And then that's gonna be going all the way to 28th of this way, 28th of December. Oh yeah. Okay. Which is the date when all of the qualifiers are scheduled to end at the latest. So Q3 starting on 17th, the others on 24th with Q1, Q2, and Q4. So that's going to be fun for the rest of the year. Full on CCL content for everybody. And just a few online nationals before we start hitting on the the even more premier content. Okay, that's gonna be it. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for sticking all the way until the end. If you did enjoy this type of Carcassonne content and would like to see more of it, then there is an easy way to support the channel by subscribing or by liking the stream or by simply commenting if you are watching the stream afterwards. I will be seeing you hopefully sooner than later. I have no idea yet as of right now when, with some more Carcassonne content, likely in the form of the final national championships of some country at some stage. Bye for now.